was they mentioned that about Etherian and Etherian Esports. Memo TM, he's kind of been the, we mentioned it last LAN, it was like hashtag reformed, and it's really starting to work for him. You can see the smiles on their faces. These guys are coming into this one way confident. Recently knocked these guys out, I believe it was the ECS qualifier. There's another chance for the Swole Patrol to get in that tomorrow. That's a whole different story, because right now, they are meeting on Mirage again.
Again, you know, I'm a little surprised about them picking Mirage. Both teams have lost on it today, and they still picking out thinking it's their best map. But other than that, Swole Patrol does spot the B rush, and now it forces Freakazoid to kind of play a little pass in this site. He doesn't get a kill, get taken about Modem, and now kills are going left and right. What's happening right now?
Well, Ryan's left all alone. All his friends are dead. Push him to the edge. He's got the kit in hand and the smoke as well. 3 players to be spotted out. Only knows where one of them has. And now they're playing this one so right. Playing it passive, making him come to them. And well, spots out one. Knows one's in window, and he can't even get the first one. And you can hear them pop off when these two face each other.
I love it. I love the energy coming from Etherian right now. Winning the pistol. They've been really good in pistols. And if you watch some of their older demos, especially from a month ago of this event, Etherian, they like to play together, almost kind of like an explosion kind of pistol strat. And they've been very successful. They've won a lot of pistols in this tournament, in this series, and I think that, you know, you have to kind of respect them a little bit. That, hey, these guys come to play, they're not that bad, and hey, you know, they can come back, they can win the tournament. It's not over yet.
Yep. Etherian, they know to show just enough respect to Swole Patrol to not let them get confident. And as you said, they've been playing together a lot better recently, as the core of the Etherian roster has been together for quite some time, but this full roster, the 2 recent additions, has only been going for 3 months, and they've been watching them online, casting some of the other matches, and they're starting to click. But I've been saying that about Swole Patrol recently as well, and now
it's kind of funny that you mentioned that. I talked to Swole Patrol earlier, and you know, they kind of say themselves that they practice more than most teams in Premier, and they're proud of it because it's, you know, put in the hard work, put in the effort, you're going to see results. As Kwang is going to take out this Halls, taking out Ryan, and then kills being exchanged from both teams. But look at this, Swole Patrol's coming out top here as it comes to a one-on-one. Strings is low on HP. This will be a huge round to win for Swole Patrol. You know, you lose pistol, you can come right back into this.
Oh, like the Strings, he hasn't got it. Oh, he went back to pick up the AK, and immediately Swole Patrol, as we saw them do last map, they let the pistol round slip, they bring it right back their way. They're going to want to try and break the trend, though, and not get the one right back to Etherian after this.
I was talking to Etherian also after their match, and you know, they were telling me how poorly they've been playing on their anti-ecos, where, you know, they seem to be struggling so hard. And, you know, maybe there's a correlation. Like, you watch some of Etherian's gameplay, and it's very slow sometimes, but they always execute a lot, throw a lot of nades, kind of be a little obvious in their strategy here. As you see, they're doing an execute.
Right now, Bazelsis chimes in with the first one. MOTM finds one with the CZ, but it's all going the way of Swole until Infinite finally chimes in. And, well, that's all he can do. 1 D-gun to Silent. They're going to recover that AK. And now,
a lot more noise from Swole Patrol. I mean, I heard them a little bit last game, but not as much so far. I mean, they want to come out here and prove a point that maybe the last game was a fluke. Maybe they're just off their game.
Swole actually usually does drop one map that we never really expect. And
that's
something I should have thought of last map.
Yeah.
Because they 16-5 stomped Etherian at one point, and then played them on the exact same map later that day, and they almost got the reverse sweep. So
yeah, Swole Patrol probably a lot better in the best of 3 series, which is very risky when you have best of 1, that if you make a mistake, play a bad map, you're going to send down the lower bracket. And Swole Patrol is going to try to reverse this as best as they can, as Etherian has to full save.
Actually, Infinite's got the P250. It's the only thing they've invested in. He just got boosted up into window, and Silent, he just moved off this over towards jungle. He might get caught out here. And now he's boosted up in towards ladder room as well. He's going to pop that vent that might attract the attention of Silent, and that it does. They might not expect him to tuck himself into this corner here. He's moving ever so close. They've given up all map control, but Cooper's going to find one as he pushes over towards Cat. Maximus was, Freak was aggressive over towards App, so that's a lot of input to work with. Zelsa spots out one. The bait almost works out, but MOTM gets dropped and Infinite chimes back in.
Nice teamwork for Etherian. They've been pretty good at exchanging kills and just being in a good spot, you know, like good crossfires and stuff. Cooper spots Strings on top of that catwalk, but falls down, gets dinked. Falls back though with 34 HP, not going to keep challenging the angle. Maximus, oh, misses a kill on Strings, and Strings gets out 2 kills. Just like that, to a 1 easy kill on Strings, turning him getting kills, and now it's a 1-on-1, just like that.
And Infinite wins these sometimes. Now he's got a FAMAS to work with. I almost want to see him just use the pistol, but Silent's going to catch him trying to run back to the bomb. And
expensive.
That was a bit of a messy round.
That's an expensive round, and even though you end up winning it, you kind of have to be a little worried. Hey, that's you know, in this early of the game, you don't want to be dropping so many players on literally a full save Glock round. You know, yeah. Glocks. yeah, Glocks.
Oh, 2016, how we miss you. But Swole Patrol, they're going to reinvest M4s, except for Cooper, who's actually, Cooper's going with the AW to start things off here. Does change hands fairly frequently, but Silent must not be feeling it. He's missed a couple today, and Oak and Cooper, well, he's going to chime right in and say, I don't miss those. It's going to be man advantage for Swole Patrol, as they have given up some map control, but TM got himself in towards connector. Knows that Silent's back there, but Silent's kind of fallen off. And the bomb is all the way back at T-spawn, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a play, as Swole Patrol is 1 person up, so they could probably play a little more conservative.
Strings got some good intel right there. That allowed MOTN to swing and find Silent. Now Strings pushed in, burst fired off, and then immediately fell back. He has to have a good feeling that Ryan is up there on that bell.
He may have heard him hop up there, or again, these guys have played each other multiple times, so you probably learn the tendencies of, hey, Ryan maybe plays on top of the balcony or A-halls a lot of times.
Ryan's getting aggressive, pushing on into Palace. He's going to find Infinite, but he's not going to get the spray down. Infinite goes his way. Zelsis chimes back in, though, finds Kwong. MOTM is low, and he will get dropped on down almost to 3rd, but damage has been done. It'll be back down to a 2v2. 40 seconds left as they try and get in on this bomb site. The last smoke, I believe, was just thrown out. So they've got to get in on this, but Freak, he chimes in, drops Infinite, leaving only Strings alive in a 1v2.
If he gets a bomb down, it's kind of a win on its own, but obviously you want to win these rounds, as every round matters in the best of 1. Strings going to plant the bomb. This alerts the Swole Patrol, hey, he's an A. And now it's up to Swole Patrol to mess this up. They do have an AWP and no utility. Maximus, though, coming in big. Freakazoid lifting weights. He's curling him right now in his mind.
Yeah, he's going to be wanting lifting that trophy later, and there's just one last chance here up against Etherian to make that work for him.
It's a very close round, but Swole Patrol picks it up. And now it's going to be a pretty much another full-on buy from Etherian. Getting that bomb down was huge. If they didn't get the bomb down, it was probably on grounds to possibly save, because you know you'd be teetering around that, 3,700. Yeah, you could buy rifles.
These guys are force buy. We know these guys.
Yeah, I mean, you could force buy. You could, sacrifice your weapons for utility. It's all on what your strategy and what you guys like to do.
So now in this round, Etherian get those AKs back out. Kwong, really good to do your UMP. Actually, as good as he's been playing lately, maybe just lately, the past month, he's really risen up. I never really counted him as a fragger until I saw him on LAN last month. So UMP might not be the weapon he needs in his hand, but they have a free bomb site. Swole Patrol just playing this for the retake, and Ryan sprays it through the smoke, tries to transfer up, but he cannot get that second kill. Freak, he gets the double down, though. Kwong and OC, last 2 players alive, and Kwong just desperately wants to get that AK in his hand this time. Drops the UMP. So it gives him something that's better to work with. OC is going to try and take the peak. Zelsis punishes it. And now, Kwong, well, we talk him up, but Zelsis is really on another level at that round.
They are. And for Etherian, I want to see that AWP and OC. He is an impact fragger with AWP, and he needs to get it. I know you're probably playing the money game. You have to buy this round. You have to buy rifles, but maybe on a pistol armor buy. As you see this round, he's finally not buying all the way. He's going to have at least 3K in the bank right now, and so this allows him to really save the AWP. We need to see the AWP on OC. He's a huge impact player with a gun.
So now, 100,000 viewers in China tuning into this. Swole Patrol, well, just hardly lost to the Chinese team here. It'd be good for them to have a second attempt. If they can keep this kind of momentum up against Etherian, well, we might see a rematch later on.
Yeah, you just never know. And as you see here, Etherian's trying to creepy crawl, taking over middle and through connector. But Silent's going to be on top of it, almost getting the second kill. And now it's a 4-on-4 Etherian trying to take over this A bomb site. Zelsis from the truck. Ticket area. Hang in there, Ryan, just getting 2 kills, barely like that.
Now OC, he doesn't even need an op. He's got 2 Wandeeks so far. Strings something a little bit with that one, but the headshot comes through, leaving only Cooper alive in a 1v2. And Infinite's finally scrapped that. The AK has been picked up. He puts him down. They are getting loud. Etherian finally put a second round up on the board. With Swole Patrol, they've got plenty of money built up. Only one player's going to be a little bit light, so Zelsis might be just relegated down to a CZ or something like that. But they do bust out the double op setup. And this is the point where Etherian are going to have to lock this down. They have an opportunity to shut down the economy of Swole Patrol, who will often overinvest in that double op.
I think Etherian would be a team that would be pretty good against the double op setup, because a lot of their setups, a lot of their executes revolve smokes and flashes and working together, exchanging kills. So
OC just got tagged. He got the op for the first time out. And I think, yeah, that was out over towards the B apps. Or I think that must have been Freak. Yep, who just fell off. So Infinite takes that position. They're going to kind of readjust. Minute 20 left in the round, so plenty of time. Swole Patrol not getting too aggro. Just keep one player on Cat, one player close. Actually, they've been playing really close ramp, which is something that they haven't been doing a whole lot. Usually there's a lot of dark presence.
I think they might know that Etherian likes to do a lot of A executes. I think last time they played, Etherian actually did a lot of A executes, and so playing up close ramp, playing up close halls can really sometimes put a stop to those executes, catching them off with their nades or maybe flash pushing into the ramp or halls to kill these people that don't expect to push at that angle.
So a little bit split up here. MOTM has got some company towards top of mid, but Silent, he's keeping eyes on that. Well, he's going to have to back off now as the flashbang comes through. Cooper finds Kwong all alone, trying to get up Cat. That's going to have MOTM back up, go through underpass to meet the rest of his team on over towards the app side of things.
Smart by Etherian. They heard the 2 ops. They knew there was Cat, one connector area. So what they do, they go into a straight B execute, make it hard for them to retake with 2 AWPs.
OC was tagged up earlier by Freak. It's going to be his only advantage. Streaks goes in first. Infinite gets finished off. OC chimes in, puts him on down. So it'll be 4v3 for the retake. The bomb has just been planted with 12 seconds left. Finally goes down. Silent doesn't even pull the trigger. That was my heart skipped.
I clenched right there.
That was a clench moment. Cooper's heavily tagged up. Silent. Breathing deep here. They got to go in on this soon. They do have a kit, and OC is going to find Ryan on the flank. Silent and Zelsis will find him before MOTM chimes back in. Now it's all up to him. Man of the match is what that stands for. Ian, talking a big game, talking confidence, re-reformed hashtag. Wasn't the name earlier. But now spots out one. He's tagged up. There's 16 HP. He has 1 HP, and he goes huge. Cooper and Silent go down, and he keeps them in this string and rounds back to back. 3-5 now.
Are you kidding me? He had like...
He doesn't kid. This man is a serious man.
2 bullets, I think, in his AK after that kill. Because you heard the click, and then he gets a flick.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
Well, that'll be a good question for Scott. I want to know what those angry, guttural howls were. Because I don't know if those were words.
I love it. I love the passion behind it. He may have destroyed his computer by screaming so loud.
I think he's not going to be talking for the rest of the map. My vocal cords are a little rough just from casting that previous round. I didn't get anywhere near those decibels.
Oh my goodness.
That's one of those ones. I mean, we're down here on the floor this time for a change of pace, but we hear those guys through like, what, 3 feet of concrete up on the second floor. They get big.
These two teams are pretty rowdy, especially when they play each other. As you heard from before, they have a history.
A rivalry.
Etherian actually considers Swole Patrol their rival.
I think it's fitting.
Out of times, how many times they play each other on LAN, online.
And just in the past couple months, we were talking about it earlier on before we went live, they hit each other up in the ECS qualifiers. They played an MDL match against each other recently. I think they even matched up in, was it the Katowice North American qualifier? I can't remember, but there's been a bunch of action just between these two. They just keep finding each other in the brackets. The seeding is not kind to this. It's like Destiny wants these guys to fight.
They want to, and a fight we shall see.
And with that, we actually were kind of paused right there. Forgot to even gloss over because there was just so much to kind of go over that round. But one of those teams, I'm guessing that Swole took a timeout, gave themselves a little cooldown.
Maybe, or there was a little tactical over there at Ethereum. Maybe the scream louding. Maybe I've done that before, where I've won an insane round on LAN, and I stood up and just started yelling and swearing at the other team. And I accidentally knocked my monitor power out. It happens. It happens. You get excited.
Sometimes you pop off just a little too hard.
Sometimes you pop a little hard.
Look at this. Swole Patrol stacking up 3 players, just pistols, 1 upgraded CZ, and Molotov is kind of pushing them out right now, I believe. But Gam's far left. They might not expect this. Kwong actually gets that frag from him. Ryan chimes in. Kwong picks up the second. OC, he gets 1 for himself. Just 2 players left for Swole Patrol. And this eco round, just a couple, I think it was like 1 CZ, 1 P250, and the Soul flashback.
Very light buy. I'm kind of glad that they didn't go for the the armor pistols.
Smart
I've been seeing half the teams, at least in the pro scene, where not everyone's buying full armor on the full buy or the force buy, so they can have more utility, you know, on the gun round, because Molotov smokes.
That was an interesting smoke right there. I mean,
was that?
Oh, that's his smoke. Wait, where did he throw that from? Anyways, he's the last player alive. They're taking a long rotate over. Apparently, they're afraid of Freak with just the pistol. So,
it's not much you can do.
Yeah.
He's maybe try to find an AK. He knows that.
Yeah, Kwong was very smart. Threw it away already.
Look
and
at
he
that.
could see Freak.
Where did it go? 300 IQ. Too bad he can't see through the map clipped, because you know it'd be thrown over the side.
So now, actually, he's left guessing. Not that he has a whole lot to lose or go for.
It's like, guys, what do I do now? Yeah. I mean, I guess I could try to get another kill. Maybe save my P250. But probably not. I think he's trying to, he desperately wants to try to get a gun, something to take into the next round. You see 2K each, double round. So no matter what, Swole Patrol's going to be buying next round. Ryan, those a little low on the money. My rule of thumb, if you're losing 2 rounds on CT, you want to have around $2,000 in the bank. So, you know, you could buy head armor, or not even head armor. You don't even have to have head armor. M4, some utility. You know, it's a good round.
I agree with you there. Sometimes teams run it down a little too much, though. I think anything under 1,700 is just, you're wrecking yourself at that point.
Yeah, you're just going to be cutting out on utility and whatnot, maybe a kit.
And we saw what happened to Swole Patrol last map.
And you never know when you might need a smoke or a Molotov or a situation, because at this level, teams, you know, they're good to a point, not as a pro level, but they're still pretty good players, pretty good teams, where you make a mistake, teams are going to capitalize on it. They're going to take over that. And that's a missed Molotov, actually, because that lineup is supposed to be a little higher, and it's supposed to land on that lip of connector.
That's a hard Molotov. I see it flood by
players
all the time.
It looks hard, but there's a very easy lineup to do, which I guess you can YouTube it. They have all the nades on this map.
YouTube.com/TheBearsNiner.
Hey, no, I don't have that on there. So you're just going to go to my YouTube page and be disappointed. You have 1.6 clips on there.
Nostalgia, man.
Yeah, I had YouTube in 2008, man.
Freak, smoke is going to clear. No one challenging it right now. One of the players is lining up a smoke. 2 smokes, actually. So it's going to be the fast B hit. He's in the window, finds 1, 2. He's going to fall off of that beautiful hold right there. Cooper chiming right back in. He's going to get a kill of his own. Zelfs has found the lurker. And now Cooper and Freak, the brothers, pushing on in, trying to put this last player down. That's OC. He's got the op in hand, so the best weapon for him. Locked at him. 1v4. He's going to miss the shot. Cooper puts him down. And, well, it's their turn on Swole Patrol to get loud.
Just a little bit, and what a round to win. They needed that. Etherian.
Did you see? Zelfs has had a hardcore squint going on. He was focused.
It's like, you know what?
It was a scowl. I'd be afraid if someone looked at me like that.
It happens.
So now both teams on the bye. Etherian Esports in that reset potential. 5 AKs across the board. And they're actually going to be fast up mid. 2 players who might soon find Cooper if that's still the player holding Cat. Silent actually spots it out all the way from ticket booth. And yep, Cooper tucks himself away safely, but it's going to be Zelsis to run in through the smoke, puts down OC. And now Infinite going back and forth until Silent and Ryan pull it right back their way, leaving only MOTM on a site. Last player flung on the connector, and MOTM, he finds the frag. Beautiful shot right there.
Yeah, very nice play. He had to make a move, and he made one, bringing a 2-on-4 and a 2-on-3. And Kwong has a chance to make the kill, but he doesn't spot him just yet. I don't think he spotted him, at least.
This is so awkward. All the player positions. I mean, Ryan's flanking through Palace all the way through to E-Spot. MOTM's locked over towards CT. The timing wasn't on his side because Max, Freak, change your name, man. I'm going to yell at him after this. He just went back all the way. Timing worked out for him into market. And now Kwong finally going to spot out Cooper, who's just been hanging out over there towards ladder room. Finally, MOTM brings it on back, and Ryan is he's in prime position to stop this entirely. Yeah, and they seem to have an idea about this. Yeah, he throws the Molotov over towards ramp.
He knows that someone has to be flanking at this point with how little information they've gotten so far, but Maximus, or Freakazoid, reads it perfectly, getting the kill on Kwong. 1-on-3. Modem has to make this work if he wants to keep his team from being a full reset.
And he heard Freak running away. 20 seconds left. Spotted the feed out right there. Or maybe he didn't know. X-Ray was misleading. He didn't see it. That's a free bomb plant for him. And he knows it now. It's going to be a hardcore situation. Remember, 1v3 and all of the utility in the world on Swole Patrol. for this retake. He's going to put himself back. What was that? Flicks around 180, tries to find Freak, but after that, Cooper puts him right back down.
All right, so I mean, random 180 flick, almost kind of capitalized on it, but not too quite. The aim was just off. And now Swole Patrol
extending their lead.
Slowly trying to creep away from the score line, bring it to 7-4.
Smiles on Silent's face, as you can see Freak is getting a little excited as well, as they have extended their lead. It's a whole lot to ask for. I think I said it last map. I saw this match going to overtime. It just happens when these guys hit each other up. It always goes to overtime. Sometimes multiple overtimes. But now Etherian, they're going to want to try and bring this back their way. Oh, yeah. I don't know why we're burning barns all the time. I've never actually seen it, but burn.
I don't even know what that means. No. What's a barn burner? Is it just you have a party and the barn burns down?
Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know why the barns are burned.
Why they burn in barns to have a good time.
Now, execute once more. And actually, Swole Patrol switched up all the positions, holding a lot more passive angles. Silent's not even holding jungle anymore, but wherever he was, he found one. He's on ticket booth. There he is. OC goes down. Now he's being chased. That looked dead on. He's just moving it a little too much. So Infinite finds one before Celsius chimes in. Now through the smoke, Ryan, he wanted that, but Celsius found it from jungle. Cooper finds one more, and that is the round. They're getting loud, and they get 4 players alive, start building up that economy, and Cooper even salvages up the AWP.
There you go. Etherian with a force spy right there. They had some pistol and armor, but with getting the bomb down, yeah, it looks like they're going to have plenty of money to buy. And now, what is their strat? What do you think they got to do to really...
Well, I think that Swole Patrol's really figured this out. It's been a lot of A executes, and they were holding a little bit too close. Finally, they let Etherian in. Etherian got some good shots off. And now they kind of adjusted it, pulled Silent away from window. They put him over towards ticket booth for at least 2 or 3 rounds in a row now, and they're playing retake. Something that we don't really see from Swole Patrol, because they're just like, yeah, come at me. I want the aim duel. They're playing a different game now. Yeah,
so one of these head-ups that you mentioned about Silent being ticket that I liked about Swole Patrol is that when Silent was at ticket, they had 2 guys from Swole Patrol at A ramp pushed up. And so it was covering Silent from ramp, and if they come halls, they have an easy angle to switch and kill him. And so Silent, all he has to focus on is connector and catwalk area, and if they do an AXQ, he could fall back and watch just the halls. So a good setup for, I guess, against the play style of a team like Etherian, who, has a lot of executes. They're slow default, then they throw a bunch of nades and execute, which can work well against, teams that are spread out, pug, maybe playing individual angles, but Swole Patrol, as you said, they're playing smart, they're playing a little more passive, they're playing together, and so these smoke executes by Etherian is not helping them, it's actually hurting them by being too predictable. You see like 4 or 5 nades flying over the A-bomb site, you're going to be ready, so maybe Etherian has to change it up a little bit where they do a little more, I guess, less respect. And just peak angles, maybe just wide.
I think they need to go up cat, honestly. Cooper's been holding it down, but that's where they haven't got a player up cat this entire time. And if they just kind of throw that one of those deep cat smokes that bounces off that weird paneling that actually goes towards deep, that'll isolate him, so he'd have to push through the smoke into ladder room where they've seen him before, or have to play that one even more passively than they already are. But cat, I mean, their B holds seem pretty good once they actually get the site, but they never have cat presence, and I think that's why they've been faltering on that side. Yeah,
the B hold from Swole Patrol has been pretty well. Every time Etherian does their little execute,
the double smoke one.
Double smoke flashes over. This allows Swole Patrol to literally sit back and just throw Molotov and nades and halls and whatnot to slow them down. And so, yeah, you get the good execute off as Etherian, but what are you giving up in the process? You're giving up information. You're giving up the pace of the game because you're taking it slow and being obvious and being transparent on your strats.
Speaking of the pace of the game, Ryan tried to get aggressive up mid, but is actually going to be up there towards Freak, who's find that first frag in apps. So it's going to be Etherian backing on up, collect that bomb, keeping one player backed up towards tunnels, looking for any sort of more aggression. Actually, Ryan was thinking about it. He's going to post himself back up into connector, play this one slow. They've already got man advantage. Capitalize on it.
Exactly, and Quan going to take the bomb back towards his A. It looks like it's going to be a double fake. Let's see if they throw a smoke. We'll see if they throw a smoke. If A tosses their nades first, it's going to be a double fake. If B's going to throw their stuff, it's going to be one fake. Oh, looks like it's going to be double fake. I like this. This could get, they're trying to make Swole Patrol over-rotate here. Just make maybe pull a little bit towards here.
Just something they've been guilty of in the past.
See, as you see, as soon as those smokes thrown, Swole Patrol almost immediately send 2 people out of B. But
now 34
Etherian
seconds, they need to go soon.
Is not doing the double fake. They decided to go through boosting the window here.
This is perfect. Celsius is going to find his head ripped from his shoulders, but Silent and Ryan start chiming back in. Still that player, Infinite, in there in the jungle. 2v4 now. 20 seconds left to get in there, get that bomb plant, and the Silent is over towards the second booth. Ryan, I think he's got dinked up by a nade right there. Silent, this is your moment to shine. Oh, and he gets flashbanged immediately. 10 seconds left to plant this bomb. He's going to not deny. What?
Oh,
Silent, you got to hit those, man. You hate to see it.
Oh, no.
All the memes, man. He's been having some trouble today, and now it's falling apart. Kwong going absolutely huge, picking himself up to bomb plant, and now it's Cooper. Only has AWP there, and there's no M4 for him to pick up.
Another AWP at the spawn.
Oh, and he
my
pops
goodness,
his
how
head
does
up.
Etherian win that round? Swole Patrol was a 4-on-2?
Yeah.
I think it was like a 4-on-2 situation. Swole Patrol dropping the ball. Huge. That round is Silent. I mean, it sucks to miss a shot.
Yeah.
But it's even worse when you're on camera and you lose the round because of it. And it's just,
it was such a close one, right between his arm and side, like that tiny little.
I could hear it. As soon as I missed a shot, I heard him go, what?
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. It may have been me making those strange noises.
It may have been everybody just watching that.
Everyone in chat as well.
I think he was moving, and I think that's why he missed, because maybe he was moving.
And now actually 2 players. It's going to be, who is that? Zelsis and Ryan. We're moving forward towards ramp. They just getting close, and they've done this a couple rounds. They get close, look for the players, and they never really capitalize on that aggression. They're playing a whole different game. Like, this is not the Swole Patrol that we're used to.
I think they're just trying to counter Etherian Esports, which can sometimes backfire. But we'll see after this round. It's a double smokes. Again, Etherian showing that the rush, but here again, it doesn't work. Fakes do not work if you don't get a kill, if you don't push him back. As you saw, Swole Patrol's pushed up. It's like, oh, you threw smokes over? You're not even coming here. So no one bites on the fake. Now Swole Patrol's going to rotate to A. They know it's A for sure. And this looks very bad for Etherian. They're at a disadvantage, obviously.
Yeah, 3 players going to be rushing out ramp. They did get MOTM up in the window. He might be a pivotal point here, and there we go. He finds the first frag. Silent goes down, shot on the side of the head, but Ryan and Zelsis chime back in. Kwong roasts and get the 1Gs out there, and he taps out. Zelsis goes down, and now man advantage for Etherian. They spot out Cooper, but Cooper with the FAMAS. This man's a genius with that weapon. I don't know how he does it. So now down to a 2v2 for the retake. 2 flashes, no kit. Well,
nice
1 kill goes his way.
That was a huge kill by Freakazoid to get them right there in a 2-on-2 situation. Getting that kill makes your life so much easier. You got to focus on one person. You can tap the bomb, you can force them out. There's so many ways you can do this. And what a shot by OC, taking out Koopa, and just barely misses Freakazoid right here. And now it's going to be up to him. Oh, no, he's not. Oh!
That actually hurts him more because it's so hard to see with the scope through the flames.
It is, it is.
And now here's the bomb plant. Is he going for the 200 IQ wrapper? No, he's going back for the...
That's way too long. There's
no
way.
He was thinking about it for a second. I thought maybe there's an AK back there. And that should have killed him. How is he alive right now? There's screaming going on. I don't know what's going on, but Freak does. He gets the kill. That's a double for him. And they get 1 more round on the board. But they don't. He doesn't have time. Oh, what a weird round. What a weird couple of rounds, actually.
Yeah, the time was just a little too late, and
yeah, I don't know how Freak didn't get that 1 kill with that burst fire. I think he thought he killed him. I think he stopped shooting because he thought he killed him.
I mean, you could safely say you got CSGO'd. I mean, that's usually the line you want to throw out there. But again, other than that, maybe on a more analytical way, Swole Patrol had 4 people towards this A bomb side. I mean, they had 1 towards the window, CT spawn, but they knew Etherian was coming towards A, and they still failed.
Oh, they're going fast in now. This is a whole change of phase. 5 AKs up against a pistol, an op, and well, 1 pistol goes their way. Op chimes in as well. 2 for 2. Silent. Ooh, close flip
That's
up.
close, right between the legs.
They got to be closer for him. Freak chimes in. He puts down Kwong. OC gets a beautiful spray through the smoke. That was absurd. Now it's Cooper in a 1v2. Has the op with love and M4 and over the shoulder. This is the shot. And Infinite, I think Infinite gets more kills through the smoke than he gets without. It is absurd. Every land.
And look at the energy from Etherian. They just almost, in this last couple rounds, completely 180'd from the first half of that half. The first half of the half. Is that the quarter? I don't know.
I don't do math live on stream. We've talked about this.
We talked about this. But Etherian's just looking exciting now, and now the ball's in their court. They have the momentum. They won the last 3 rounds, as you see. And, I mean, they started off pretty slow. I mean, again, they won pistol, like they've been doing, winning pistol, but they lose the anti-ecos, and here we go.
Patrol looking like a B-rush. Flat out B-rush? No, they slow it on down so they can keep a player looking for aggression from tunnels. But now, MOTM, he's been doing this more and more, and they're going to hear this miles away.
Oh, that was
I don't
crazy.
know. That was absurd.
He was supposed to be obvious bait, which could work out.
Yeah, they have 2 players there. But Strings, he's got 3! And Zelsich puts him down. That's going to be 2 more players left. And now it's all been spotted out. The rotation is here. Kwong ducks himself safely behind bench, and they're just going to bide their time. Swole Patrol committing to it too. OC chimes in for 1. That's just Zelsich left alive. He gets 1. Kwong goes down. Infinite and OC left. And OC on 7 HP. Now what can you do with this, Zelsich? So much time to play with. Up against this, if you can just get this 1v1 duels, especially if it's the weak player. 1 bullet could have killed him. But that's not him. Flicks left, can't find the target. Finally finds the head, but Infinite chimes in, and things get tied up 8-8.
Oh,
there's
goodness.
MOTM. He's red in the faces. He's yelling. He's not going to have any voice left for tomorrow.
So a little shedding some light on that crazy strat by Etherian. They're obviously, I mean, if I was the T's, I mean, I'm saying this now because I can see what all the stuff happened, but if a person pushes like that, to me that screams obvious bait. He's rushing by himself in the halls, his pistol. Maybe Swole Patrol should have checked some spots a little bit, because obviously that's suicidal what he did. Obviously suicidal.
Didn't try and hide it whatsoever.
So the idea was for him to maybe get a kill. If great, good. That his job's done. I died. So it makes him think maybe there's less people B.
And gets a whole lot of intel too.
Gets a whole lot of intel as well if they're not B, just fast flanks. So Swole Patrol just, I mean, maybe it was on their minds, obvious flank or obvious bait, but like if you see suicidal things at this high level of play, okay.
Well, the thing
it
is,
doesn't make sense.
He does that sometimes when he's anchoring bomb site alone.
Yeah.
That's probably why it worked out so well.
Yeah.
Because they had 1 player on site. I think it was OCs on site, and they had 1 more player on market.
No, on the balcony. There's a guy on the balcony. Remember?
Okay.
It was yeah, one of the, I forgot what. I think it's Zelsis on the balcony. Whoever got 3 kills, because he ended up getting. Maybe that was OC on the balcony. But anyways, he got 3 kills on the balcony. And then that just turned them. That just won in the round pretty much.
That was B Strings up there. It
was
was
Strings?
OC who was playing from
The
market.
Strings?
Yeah.
Okay. That was as soon
Strings
as
right there, front row and center.
as soon as I said that, I was like, probably was Strings, but you know,
he does
why
that
not?
more often than not. OC is also very capable pistol. Infinite, more so with the Deeg. But let's see, Infinite's actually talking a whole lot right now. It's almost like he's in game later. Although Kwong is, this is probably a tech boss. This has to be tech boss. It's gone on a little too long. I think they're just trying to sort something out. Yeah, we've got our admin there behind them. So things should be sorted out relatively
free timeout right there.
Yeah, well, those are always nice, especially. Well, here's the thing. I mean, once again, Swole Patrol gave up the pistol. I mean, this is what, 3 out of 3 now? Can they bring it right back? Can they continue this trend? Look at one of our preview monitors has just a perfect still capture of MOTM mid roar. That needs to be an emote on his channel.
I know he needs to. I wonder if they could put this on the big screen right here. I wonder if you could show the stream. There's the freeze frame of this guy's face. Do it, please.
Please.
Yes.
Look at that.
Look at that excitement.
Look at that face.
Oh, I like the passion, and these guys showing passion every time. Please, this should be the face of yes. Yes. I can see.
I like it.
I love it.
That's the next global emote I'm calling
there
it
we
now.
go. What a
he's gonna have to
MOTM.
win. Yep.
MOTM. Modem. I love it.
Man of the match.
That's what draws me to esports and competitive gaming. It's just the passion, the competitiveness of the sweat and tears of all the people that are involved. It's not easy getting to where they're at. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, a lot
more than most
figuring
games,
out.
actually. And
a lot of figuring out.
Personal gains as well as team gains. So you've got to put so many hours in the DM, work on your skill just to get to a competitive level, and then you have to try and meld that style with different players, which is why I've been so impressed with Etherian lately. Because I mean, 3 months with this full-formed roster and a new organization, they're clicking faster than most. Like there was no honeymoon period. It was just like a slow transmission. I don't know. Words are hard.
It's a lot of hard work, and they've been putting it, and it's been showing. I mean, they got here to the LAN finals, international LAN finals from putting in the hard work and practicing. They just got to execute it and perform it when it matters.
So now we have the buy out from Etherian Esports. 3 FAMASas, which is a little odd, and 2 MP9s. So trying to keep that economy slowly built up while still having something to work with. They've given up mid completely for free, and Swole Patrol rocking out 2 CZs, 3 Deegs, and those are all deadly, especially in the hands of Zelsis and Cooper.
I'll be honest, I've been buying the promises on the second round too,
really?
Instead of the M4 armor, so you get a bunch of kills, because I'll have about, I don't know, 800 left in the bank, or something like that, and so this provides more utility in the long run of the game, and if you lose on this round, which is very common if they get a couple lucky headshots, you won't be completely money screwed, and you could possibly buy, you know, after 1 save round instead of 2.
And that worked out perfectly for them. OC did a lot of that damage initially. Kwong cleaned up on it, but Zelsis, like I said, with the Deeg, this guy is crazy sometimes. It was actually kind of strange to see Silent with the Deeg. Usually he just goes P250. For an Opper, Silent does not deagle a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a money thing, where if you buy Zeagle, it's so expensive rather than P250, be able to have, like, it's very important as an Opper to have at least some utility for yourself, maybe like a smoke, someone mollies you out.
Fair escape.
A Molotov to yourself. Safe escape, you can use this for a choke point or whatnot, so it's always good to carry. Like, old school Cold Zera, when he would op a lot, he'd have a smoke. And so when people would try to molly him off or Molotov him out of his spot, he'd just throw smoke and lurk around. It's pretty good.
So now Swole Patrol upgrading a few pistols, no utility. And they're spread out a little thin. 3 players up in Palace, 1 towards ramp and 1 just watching for any aggression up towards mid. Actually, Etherian, they might be expecting something. They had a couple players over there towards mid and connector. But Kwong might get aggressive off this. Infinite jump thinking behind picket booth. Kwong spots out 1, well, ends him immediately. Let's see what they can do with that info. Infinite, he spots 3, piling on in. Freak gets 1, Infinite gets 2 though. And now it's just, well, not even Cooper left alive. And Infinite, he is heating on up. That was a 3K for him, but that's just stat pad. That was an eco round. I'm not going to overhype
the stats, it's all right.
Let's see if we can do that in the next round though.
I mean, most of frag videos, half of it's eco kills anyway, so, you know, you could frag it up a little bit, hype it up.
So now Etherian Esports first in the double digits here. Second half of this best of 1, 10-8. Swole Patrol, AKs across the board. Etherian Esports actually holding on to a couple of those from Masa still. 2 M4s, OC still has that op. It's going to be Maximus, aka Freakazoid. First one peeking outside of B apps. MO team spotted that one out. See if he tries to jump peek that again. I would not risk it personally. He's just going to smoke off that Molotov they throw. He's going to back off. That'll send a couple of T's up towards top of mid while Ryan goes through underpass.
I wonder if he knows that there's 2 people there. I mean, Etherian timed their utility to toss it to where you don't know if there's 2 people, because obviously if you toss 2 nades at once, they have to come from somewhere, right? Yep. So you know 2 people, but Etherian kind of spaced it out a little bit, so we don't. Pretty good on Etherian for denying information to Swole Patrol.
Kwong atop the box, use the gap atop. Smoke finds Ryan, so it's a free kill. Gives man advantage to the Etherian side of the CTs, and that's actually going to usher them up towards Cat. They don't have a smoke for this. They're going to have to just rely purely on Zel's aim. I don't think anyone's holding the angle. And actually, yeah, that's going to allow them to save passage. That's free entry in towards B. There's still a lot of work to be done. 2 players on that site. That's Strings and MOTM.
It's going to be up to these guys to really hold down the bomb side as Swole Patrol's about to execute. Zelsis taking out Strings and Modem taking out 1 as OC opping out Zelsis. Nice over-rotate by OC and he gets his 2nd kill. This is huge. And now it's up to Cooper, 1 on 3.
13 seconds.
13 seconds. It doesn't look good for
impossible.
him.
They're going to allow him to pick up the bomb though. That's a little strange, but 6 seconds left. They're just going to give this up. They're going to put him down immediately in all likeliness, but let's see how much damage he can do, and maybe not any. OC gets his 3rd frag of the round, and B-Strings, I don't actually see him get too hyped up or loud. He's actually getting to it. He's usually more restrained. He's like a level-headed guy.
He's usually the quiet guy of the group, and probably wondering why they let them have the bomb. Obviously, 1-on-3 situation. You have the numbers up, but why risk it? Yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of mistakes in the past from teams where, you know, you die trying to stop them from playing the bomb, and you take a 1-on-3 into a 1-on-2 situation because of that. So it's almost better to wait for the bomb, let them plant, wait for your teammates so you attack at the same time. There's no possible way for them to outshoot 3 people at once.
Yeah, just took a quick look at the frag as the scoreboards were up. 20 frags for Zelsis going in around number 20, so decent ADR for him. He's doing just fine. There's going to be some attention paid over towards Connector. It's going to be Ryan to find Kwong looking the wrong way. I think he just flashed off, had to look the other direction. And now player posted up in jungle. That's going to isolate them. Those CTs are going to have to rotate back to their CT spot. But Infinite's still behind the firebox. They didn't clear this out. Cooper gets punished for it. And now he's going for more. He's actually going to find Free before Ryan finally puts him down. Brings him back to a 3v3 boost. OC comes in, finds Ryan. Bomb has been planted. Oh, so close. And now it's just Zelsis. He's going to have to grab himself an AK. This is still doable, but OC is going off the rails tonight.
OC.
He's heating up.
I'm telling you, when he gets on fire, this team is, Etherean's really hard to beat. The only reason I think they lost so poorly against Swole Patrol last time is because OC in the finals was not on his game at all. He was not playing
that was the day
good.
of Kwong and MOTM, if I believe right. Infinite has moments as well.
Yeah.
But OC wasn't what we typically expect of him.
In the finals, he kind of didn't show up, and I mean, they ended up losing, not because of that, but that didn't help. But now, as soon as he gets on fire, as soon as his shot, he starts feeling it. OC is such a hard player to play against. He can hit some crazy shots.
Is that Molotov thrown correctly this time?
There you go.
No one's actually challenging the angle closest. CT was actually over towards window, but it's going to be OC challenged by Ryan, who just went completely aggro. They're trying to shut him down. He's going to smoke himself off. Let Infinite come chime in. Does some damage to Cooper, who's tucked under dark, but the bomb's going to be planted, so 5v4 retake. Looking like this could easily be a Etherian Esports round.
They have plenty of utility to work with in this retake. Freakazoid trying to make a play here. He takes out two, but no, Zelsis actually gets the other kill. But still, two huge kills from Swole Patrol.
And another.
And just like that, Etherian is falling apart. At this point, you just want to save your guns, save the AWP, play the next round.
It's not going to happen, though. They go for it.
Oh,
OC and Strings get punished. 4 players kept alive for Swole Patrol. And please don't pick up that up. Okay, sometimes we see him do a T-side. I'm like, please just don't risk that.
Two T-side options very
difficult. It seems like a good idea.
It's not.
But up against Etherian, I think they'd punish that immediately, and they opt not to. So keep just the 4 AKs.
Great round by Freakazoid, making the play in that jungle area, getting 2 kills. Well, 1 kill and his teammate helping him, just being distracting at this point, helping.
Quotes.
And so it's really turned that around, and looked like Etherian was going to run away with that round with the first entry kill by OC. And look at it. Yeah. This is what's so difficult about Oppers. If you start mixing it up, start taking map control like this, you made a perfect example of an Opper is Fallen. He loves being aggressive, random spots in the map. If you look at any map, there's a Fallen peak everywhere. B halls, A halls, doesn't matter. He's going to mix up and be random because it's so hard to play around a random Opper. You have to almost play super generic to stop that from happening, and it can just mess up your team flow so well.
Kwong nearly butted shoulders there in the smoke, but he does get out. Ryan's going to park himself up there towards Connector while we do have one more player. That's going to be Freakazoid moving his way up. That was back actually towards T-Apps. So now Ryan left in Connector. Another player up there towards Palace, so they could pincer in. There's actually 2 players from the CT spawn, CT side, over towards A ramp. This is a bit of an awkward round. Finally, the bomb's going to be edging its way back towards T spawn, but Ryan just waiting. Lying in the wings, waiting for anyone to show any sort of aggression, but Etherian, they don't want to stumble over this. So Silent, carrying the bomb, up in his hands, joins up space near Ryan. 30 seconds left. They're playing this one a little too slow, in my opinion. They got to hustle soon. But there we go. Ryan goes in first. Infinite goes down. Spray control is good. Ryan finds himself a second. That is a free bomb site, and it looks actually like is Kwong going to go challenge that? No, he falls off. Waits for the rotate, and they're going to save these, and that's an all-important save. But Cooper, he might catch him in one, and he does. That's Kwong down. Can they find any more Strings? What are you doing out in the open? Taps away from the FAMAS. He is just lucky to be alive right now, and that's the only one he can get.
Goodness.
Now it's just MOTM.
Can't do this half-ass thing where if you're going to save your guns.
We talk about it every LAN.
Every LAN. I'll say this every single time until at least North America
yeah.
starts doing this. If you're going to save, I almost swore right there. Save your gun. Stop doing this halfy, I'm going to peek here, hopefully get a kill. No, don't. It's not worth it. You just lost 3 guns without even attempting to win the round, and this puts Etherian in a terrible spot. I mean, they'll be able to buy next round, but still, such a weird, as you said before, just walking up Connector and Etherian kind of oblivious that that's a possibility. You had 2 people just looking ramp, completely ignoring the Connector guy. So it kind of miscommunication on Etherian's part.
The worry here is that Etherian, I mean, they were getting loud when they were ahead. What was it, 5, 6 rounds almost?
Yep.
And now, you know, that may have taken the winds out of both your logs and your sails because they're looking like they're faltering here. Swole Patrol on T side, looking confident. And this is just one P250 on strings, almost a complete full save, just stacked up on that A-bomb site. And I was talking about this on my stream recently, twitch.tv/insomnia, #sellout,
nice.
with my solo cast, that I think it's like 80–85% of the time you stack up a site, the team never shows up. It's just like the odds are so astronomically against it.
You would think it'd be 50-50, right? You'd think so.
It never is. So they find the one player over there towards B. They're going to just have a free bomb site.
Yeah, and it's too bad and that they discorrectly, I just made up a word.
Dude, that's a great word. I like that. Someone,
Goodness
Urban
gracious.
Dictionary, go add that.
Tried way too hard of thinking of a good word.
I made up a word last cast. It was like horrible and oblivious. It was, I melded those two somehow.
There you go.
It's your turn this time, I guess. Now Maximus chimes in, finds himself a frag. We're just talking over this. It's just a full save.
Full
Didn't
save,
expect
guys.
a whole lot. Bomb was
Take it
already
easy.
planted.
One thing that I did, I talked to Etherian actually after their match with Pride, and I just noticed, gave them a little pointer. Hey, you guys were playing way too passive in your CT side. Like you gave up middle almost every single round.
Which they've been doing here too.
Which they have been doing a little bit. And as you saw the previous gun round, Ryan just walked up in middle connector without any problem at all. It's like you have to mix it up. You can't just give up so much map control against good teams because they're going to take advantage of it. They're going to run away with it. And so maybe even more pressure in the middle and then fall back to passive. You can't just do, completely passive. You have to make him keep guessing. You got to make Swole Patrol waste nades and utility to push you back. Because if they are able to walk up, say, one connector, halls, and whatnot, and have all their utility, that's going to be terrible time for Etherian. Where, I mean, if they have a full A execute with every single nade, it's really hard to just hold the side. Yeah, you have to play retake, and that's something you don't see too much these days.
That's why I was so surprised to see Swole Patrol. I mean, of all the people to do it, it's going to be Swole Patrol.
Yeah.
These are like
they're actual team now. They actually practice.
They're practicing. They've got strats. They're playing. I kind of miss the old Puggy.
Swole Patrol.
Like back when we were doing like SoCal Stars versus Swole Patrol, it was just aim duels all
the time.
all
day. But it's like you kind of think, what do they sacrifice now by doing more strategic way?
Do you think it doesn't
it's confidence, maybe?
Yeah, the confidence is definitely something I was talking about being a factor with Swole Patrol. And whoa, here we go. Infinite goes in, finds himself 2 with the help of Kwong, who was sacrificed for that. The Freakazoid has gone down. Just 3 AKs left in the hands of those Swole Patrol players. Cooper going to adjust himself towards top of mid.
As we pointed out, Etherian trying to take some map control, and they got 2 kills off of that. And so Etherian adjusting, that's what you have to do. You learn from your mistakes and move on.
That's life advice right there.
That's life advice. That can work with anything, guys. Yeah. So it's just
dropping knowledge.
Take that with everything. Learn from your mistakes.
And learn from the Bears.
Stop being a schmuck.
We're dropping the Yiddish as well.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
That was uncalled for.
Not technically a swear. Anyways, Cooper, he's made his way over towards top of mid. Getting into connector now. Cleared out all those angles. He's feeling safe. They're going to pincer in on this bomb site. But Infinite is here with the AWP. Strings watching that. And that Infinite is actually really low HP as well, so it's going to be a little difficult. Oh, sorry, that was OC. I can't even read.
It's okay. I don't read on stream either.
Smart man.
Don't do math. Don't read. Don't do anything that requires intelligence on stream, because everyone just points it out, calling you how much of an idiot you are, because everyone's so smart and right?
Right indeed. 4v3 for the retake. Windows, that entire window room is actually isolated off. They know the Cooper's in there. They don't even want to challenge it. They've got 3 players coming in from Big Booth. 1 from Catwalk. Zelsus finds the first. Spotted out the shoulder. Now OC is in a bait position. Emo Team is going to get that one. Worked out perfectly. Now 3 players left alive. Infinite spots the Shadow out. That's a free kill into Coop. Now it's all up to Ryan, and he's going to get 1, but that will be it. Infinite goes ham this round. 4 kills for him. Salvage the double up. And do they have time? Oh, they do. They do.
I like the Ryan. No. I like that. That was good.
If he tries to take that, I'm suing him.
It was pretty close round.
Someone's patent that for me right now. Copyright and something.
That was not too shabby from Etherian. Good retake right there. OC out. Well, so Zelsus, was it Zelsus or strings? That was HHP. It was strings, right?
grab a strings, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to stop saying names, too. So don't say names on streams either.
We're running out of things to talk about.
Him, even though it's 8 HP, it was very good of him to stay alive because it gives that seed playing in the back of someone's mind. Hey, there's still someone alive. Where could he be?
Look at this, though. Again, Etherian giving up mid completely for free, and this is a very all-important round. I mean, Etherian win this, they're probably going to put themselves up in the match point. Swole Patrol invested in the op again, get the 4 AKs out.
And what's so crazy about this is they have the double op setup, and they're still giving up so much map control. Maybe they feels like this should be the strat to do on this round. I mean, we can see it from up here. See wherever.
Oh, that's a very opposition. That'll catch someone off guard every so often.
The 2 people under the balcony.
Yeah, with Infinite on top of that boost spot.
So
it's also kind of hard to shoot because the hitbox of the head kind of is a little broken there. And OC, he's going to find the first one on silent, so maybe making them come to them. It's working out for him.
So Kwang, well, if they come up A ramp, he'd be the first point of contact. But usually you want the MP9 baiting, or to be the bait for the M4, as you see right here.
Well, they've been doing a little bit different. Like earlier on in the round, they had, I think it was Infinite with the FAMAS bait for Kwang to get him close, like from afar. Like it was a little strange.
Well, that's also a pretty good move because you're kind of distracting them. Hey, look, I'm over here. I'm over here. Look at me. And then Kwang would be like sneaking on it. Get some kills, get some money.
Look at this, though. 25 seconds left. 4 players left for Swole Patrol, and they are a bit far off. They need to hustle this. They need a full run. I think that they might just want to save these. Oh, was that a dropping headshot from Ryan right there?
It's very possible. You never know in CSGO.
So now, 10 seconds left. MOTM on site. He can't stop the bomb, but he can stop Zeus' dead in his tracks. Flicks over, finds Ryan, and it's going to be just Freakazoid left on a 1v3 to try and clutch this out on 28 HP. Almost impossible situation. Kwang goes big. He picks up the off, something you didn't see that often. He chucks it immediately over to OC, and well, he salvages up the second one so they can retain that double op setup. And now, let's see if the money on Swole Patrol. Oh, they're a healthy buy. Okay. Not as bleak as I thought it could have been.
Yeah, lots of money, but again, money doesn't mean nothing where you lose the game. So they need to start getting some rounds, trying to get the momentum back in their favor. Etherian is just coming up big on their CG side. A complete 180 from their CG side against Pride. So hopefully they learned a couple things here and there. They're mixing it up a little bit more.
I kind of feel that whoever wins this is going to this will give them that familiar footing, play a team that they they know how to play against. It'll give them their confidence back. So whoever wins this, I think it'll give them a little bit of a bolstering to play their own game better up against whoever they go up against.
It's an elimination match, baby. It's not. I mean, you lose, you go home. Adios. Avita, you're gone.
Swole Patrol, I mean, they'd have the shortest travel home, but none of us want to see these guys go home this early. They've been winning tournaments here so much.
They've been winning tournaments here. They've been practicing online. It's weird. The more you practice, the worse you get. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Well, that was the whole Gambit meme, right? I was like, yeah, we didn't even practice. We thought we did horrible in practice. We thought we were going to be the worst.
I remember that. Yeah. So when they talked about, a little context of that story, Gambit, who won the PGL major last year, they were mentioning that they lost over 70% of their scrims during their boot camp practice. So, and I kind of can relate to that. If you're playing a boot camp and you're winning every single match, you shouldn't feel comfortable. Do not feel comfortable. False confidence, right? False confidence. It's either you guys are playing way too good, then maybe you should say, why are we playing so good? Or the teams you're playing at maybe not be as good as you want them to be. I mean, there's a lot of combinations and whatnot, but
yeah, and teams, they're not always given 100% of their tactics or their effort in the scrims like that. So
that false
you can never really read into that. That's something that a lot of the top pundits have always reiterated. Just never really count your scrims as how well you're going to do.
I'm actually more comfortable losing a lot more in boot camp because of that fact that you learn more when you lose, and so you can always fix it better. You can fix it. Oh, well, look, apparently someone wants to use the restroom, and that's not allowed here. What is this? Who gets to use the bathroom?
Bathroom timeout? I mean, casters, we can't even.
I can't leave
We've been clamoring this. Yeah, we've been clamoring for this. I think we need caster timeouts.
I need caster one timeouts. A day. Yeah, just make these players wait. I mean, we got some cups over here. Just give him a cup, and turn off the camera for about 10 seconds and let him do his thing.
See if we get back into this, though. No. So I think we're saying no, as we should. This is almost, well, I thought it was going to go to overtime, and it's still very well could. So he's sat back down. We're going to be getting live back into this shortly.
Is that a timeout right there? Does that cost us a timeout? It should. good enough false. Oh, people yelling at the.
We're just earning over our shoulders since we're down here on the floor, which is nice to see. I mean,
Yeah,
we could actually
like
get a little bit of intel down here.
I get to hear the teams. I get to see their disappointment when they lose eco rounds. You know, the look in their faces of face palming consistently.
And and here's my most important thing about being down here is that when one of them finally dabs, I can yell at them. There's no dabbing here at Esports Arena.
I don't think there's anyone in this crowd that dabs.
Good.
I think they're too old for that.
But we are into this. Maximus actually chimed on in, and Infinite got himself too. We didn't see that. Cooper finds Infinite. This is a bit of a mess from both of these teams, and it's still within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, first 30 seconds. Swole Patrol is trying to change the pace, but those kills, that was a huge kill by Freakazoid, opening up the bomb side. OC here, though, sneaking on in.
Fully scoped, though, it's so difficult.
He doesn't want to make any noise, so he's going to just try to play the most passive angle.
If he goes any further, his barrel might show. And now you can see he knew that he took a step back, and he still got spotted.
Ooh,
the booty was
close.
hanging out. Freak found him. If Quan could only have got
He-
there a little bit
He
sooner.
lifts too much. He does too many squats, and so they caught him off guard because of that.
So now Kwong, actually, he's in a good position to find one of these for free. And look at the trigger display. That's going to be one free kill. He's checking out, clearing out all the
This is so
angles.
big.
This guy's a genius right now. And there it is. He spotted out the second, jumps up top. He's trying to get himself so he can get the spray control. He's going to go for the first flick left, but no. Silent tucks himself behind, and he has the full HP, but it doesn't matter. But he gets that kill,
That
but
was
still
so
Cooper
close.
finds it. Barely clutches that one out on
What a
someone like
nice
30
try.
HP. That was a great attempt. Like, that is the kind of thing you want to do. Don't just kill that first player. Would have given away his position. Immediately would have been killed by Silent. And that was just a NTs in chat, please.
Yeah, so
I don't ask for much chat, but NTs in chat.
Yeah, good. Almost nice play by Kwong. And that's a huge round for Swole Patrol to win. They need that so bad.
And now look at this. Double flashbang, 3 P250s for the CT side. Once again, stacking up over towards A. And still, well, Swole Patrol is stacked on the opposite side of things. Let's see if they stay there, because right now Freak's just making his standard typical noise, trying to bait out, usually who's MOTM who's anchoring that one down. Although he has been switching it up, and speak of the devil, he goes down, getting aggressive up towards Palace. Infinite finds Zelsis, that's a free AK, they can give this one of the players full HP. Strings finds the info, does a little bit of damage on the Coop as well. So now who knows where Swole Patrol's going to go with this. They just spotted one out, and that might actually catch them off guard. Up close, OC can't land the shot. Ryan puts him down, and with Infinite on one and Kwong, well, completely separated. It's a lot to ask. But this is still, I mean, just like some decent plays for just a pistol round, but they just can't capitalize on the rest of that damage they did.
If OC had a P250, that would have been a kill.
Yep.
But it's not, there's any Glock, USP, P2000, atrocious when they have a head armor. Atrocious. It does like 40, 50 damage a headshot, which you just throw your hands up like.
Well, thankfully,
why?
only Silent's using the P2K, which I criticize because I think it's a horrible weapon.
That gun does not shoot accurate for me. Like I like the Silent USP because it shoots super accurate, but P2000 just randomly just goes, you know, I'm going to shoot this bullet over here for once.
So now Swole Patrol, I love that they still slow played this. Like, they knew the Infinite found that AK, they had no idea where he could have got to. So he's just going to be saving that one.
They can't take any risk at this point. They can't do anything.
It's so close.
Sloppy.
I didn't mean to forecast overtime here, but it's looking like we might just go there.
This guy's always going to overtime.
Yeah.
Though, so it's you expect it. You dream of it. You write it down in your diary.
Have you been reading my diary, DeBears?
Yeah, I think I have.
I see. Well, I feel violated.
Was that the book upstairs? That little black book? I don't know. I thought it was just.
No, that's not my diary.
It was meant to be fine.
That's my conquest.
Oh, your conquest. Uh oh. I'm a little scared now. I know your information. I know your secret.
Speaking of being scared, Etherian should be scared now. Is this one slipping away from them? They had a hefty lead 2 times over here. So they will save that AK. Kwong was trying to get something at the last second, but I think it's too far away. I love that pre-fire. Just please
be there. Please send that spot as they come around the corner.
It's worth a shot. Only loses the USP. He's not giving up a huge amount of money, which wouldn't even matter with the economy the way it is this late in the half.
It's true.
The second half even. Here's the buy. This is a little shoddy, lacking a lot of utility for Moss. Saved AK, 2 M4s, AWP for OC. That to be dropped on over for him. And they're actually stacking up 3 players over towards A, and you can hear these guys getting rowdy just in comms right now. This is.
I like it. I like the juice. See here, I'm just doing regular B stuff, trying to find information, throwing some nades, slowing down any aggressive play. It's a pretty standard kind of setup. Almost, Etherian was playing similar. But look at this, a headshot doesn't matter because Ryan still takes out Madam. And now it's up to Strings to get more than one kill. He does get 2 kills, and this is huge. Can he get the Ryan? Gets the 3rd one at the van, and they don't even know.
And they're still piling in. There's no rotation yet. Finally, a player's going to be in the mark for the CT side, but he still gets a headshot, but doesn't put him down. OC finishes up the full out player to just freak to drop down to OC. Match point for Etherian.
Strings.
Oh my God, this guy holds down B side so well.
Oh,
and he's not even the main B player. I think he should be at this point. MOTM is the one always there.
I'm sweating
but Strings
up here
gets like the 2.
this.
He almost got the 3. He got the headshots. He's good for 3Ks on that side. It's nutty.
That's a huge round to hold. I mean, you're by yourself.
What's the buy like?
You're down a person, and then you get 3 kills. There's nothing more you can ask for from your teammates. And OC just barely missing the shot on Cooper in the middle. And now as he gets smoked out, he has to fall back. You know, don't force it. You're up. You're on game point. There's no reason to do anything super crazy.
Well, these are the younger players here.
Yeah, that's true.
Swole Patrol. So I mean, this is when those nerves, if they're ever going to show their faces, this is when it's going to hit you. Just under a minute 30 left in the round. Once again, Etherian giving up map control at mid. Ryan waiting to be challenged at catwalk, but it's not going to happen. They've actually barely had a player there. Different styles compared to Swole, but Silent's going to find that first one. Kwong answers back. Ryan chimes in for another. And now that leaves Infinite all alone on the A-bomb side. Swole Patrol spread out everywhere, though. Still putting the man up over towards the B side, but the bombs rotating back through T-spawn, leaving Infinite here. Finally, rotation starting to come in. Strings wary of that window, that vent.
You see that almost every round you've seen someone play a ticket.
Infinite!
No way.
On the top of the smoke, finds Cooper, brings it back down to even numbers. And still a bit of utility left on the CT side. As look at this flank, MOTM. This could be the play of the match right here. But Zelsis turns around just in the right corner. MOTM flicks left, but he doesn't land it up. Line it up. Does not land. Zelsis takes it. Now, Infinite pushes in. He goes down. Strings finds 1, and 2 players left. They're heavily damaged, but so is Strings. He falls off. 30 seconds left. They're going to plant the bomb. He's going to go in again. Just the FAMAS. I could see him doing this with an M4. But he's got to be so accurate right now. As for Frost, lines it up, but Silent takes it. And I think that resets Etherian and gives an opportunity to take this to overtime.
That was the play of the match for Swole Patrol, because if they didn't get that kill, they would have lost the game right then and right there.
And that's such a strange angle. I mean, MOTM, you can't really fault him for not checking that immediately, because, I mean, they already knew there were 3 players.
That's not the first angle you check when coming up ARAM. Because, I mean, if you're in that angle, you're exposed from everywhere else. And just smart game sense and you know, good job being that last guy in. Yeah, good play by Zelsis, and unfortunate for Madam. He almost had the game in his hand. Then you cast or cursed it. I'm blaming you now for this, all right? It's your fault for doing that.
Always a scapegoat.
I'm kidding. It wasn't your fault.
I know. But Chad doesn't know.
Chad doesn't know.
So now, aggression again from MOTM. This time not fully running down, at 2 players behind him as well, so he can just post up there, wait for any rotations. The rest of those 2 players, they're going to head on out. Now Strings smoked off. They know he's in there. So they're going to fall back. Actually, they're drawing back Zelsis, who was holding from ramp as well, because there was some aggression pushed forward. Infinite still holding down that side. Minute left in the round. Swole Patrol doing another slow round, because they have a good read on this economy.
They do know that he's pushed up. I mean, obviously they just heard another smoke being tossed that deep. There's 2 ways of doing that. You toss it from pushed up, or you can toss it from the window of the B bomb site area. You can do it. You just have to know that the lineup. But
Strings, he has actually fallen off there. He knew that they knew with that info. He's going to call in a bit of rotation. MOTM here to bunker down with him yet again. And slowly Infinite moving as well.
But they know, Etherian knows that they're hitting B. Swole Patrol's been doing it for the last couple rounds.
They're going to get themselves close. These pistols could work. MOTM's drop, and there they are. Kwong gets the first. Silent go. Brings it back the way of Swole Patrol. Some damage being done on the Strings, but Kwong, he picks up the AK. This could be the Euro AK, but may I speak too soon. OC in the 1v3, and they only needed to get like 1 more kill there to just like dance around, play for time. The bomb will be planted. 4 seconds left. Looks like we are going to overtime, and I called this, well, last map on accident.
Yeah.
This is just what happens between these 2 teams. They know each other too well, and they both have similar issues with momentum. As soon as they lose it, they have some time getting it back, and they become emotional. They get too loud. They exhaust themselves.
And now this favors Swole Patrol. They have more experience, definitely a lot more land experience, being some Silent and Freakazoid, being former pro players. Etherian has to be kicking themselves. They had that match. I mean, they were in control for a majority of the match, and then as you saw again, their weak side, CT side, they started off great, but then they just started falling apart towards the end. As Swole Patrol slowly but surely pulling themselves back in this match.
So here we are for our first, and strangely first. Usually we have a lot more overtimes than this. First overtime of the day. MR3 is, I believe, 15K. Etherian investing in the double op setup. Silent picking his up on the T side, and well, stock standard from Etherian's defense. Same positions, same players, giving up mid control yet again.
Pretty much a similar default, pretty standard, except they Swole Patrol has 3 people towards middle. Looks like they're going to probably cause a lot more distraction, maybe pull more CTs.
Yeah, especially with Freak coming from underpass right now. Kwong's going to double up with OC. Play off each other well, try and get a double peek here. Oh, OC just narrowly misses that shot. Flashbangs himself and his teammate over towards Cat. I think that Kwong's, it was actually Strings over there. It's the backup. Noise being made over towards Cat from Connect.
Oh.
Ryan, how did you do that? Sky, that's my question. Ryan, how did he do that? I have no idea.
Those one-way smokes are just annoying.
I don't know enough of them, and I think that's actually what catches me off. Chat always knows.
A lot of it is just looking above the smoke because he was elevated. It's usually 80% of one-ways, just looking above the smoke. I mean, there's obviously some set one-ways that you can do, especially on a map like this, like window and whatnot, maybe the catwalk. But it's not too uncommon for T's to jump up on that ledge when there's a smoke in connector, so OC kind of getting coughed down.
The lurk over there from like Murder Hole actually paid off. He found Kwong. I thought it was going to be a good favor for Etherian for a 3v2 retake, but now back into even numbers. One player, Infinite, coming from Market, the other coming up from Cat. It's a whole lot to ask. And MOTM, he gets put down immediately. He had very low health, and now Flashbang gives it away. This looks to be Swole Patrol's round, but Infinite, they are damaged up. He can go for this. I mean, it's overtime.
It's overtime. You got
Always
16K. You got to go for it. There's no point saving. Old rules you would have saved in this situation. Well, maybe save this. Just 1-on-2.
Point blank. Zelsis using it as a shotty. Looking for it. Dude, he is stressing out. I saw him do the same face.
Every round that they win, it looks like he's just had a kid or something over and over again.
I don't think he's actually breathing during the minute, like the 2-minute round. I think he's finally letting that go at the end of it when he feels he's feeling it.
You know, he's been lifting a lot, but maybe he should do some yoga classes, get his breathing technique down, because he's just holding his breath and literally, well, I don't want to go there, but
all right.
He looks uncomfortable.
It's Elsis. He plays this angle a lot. I'm not surprised that Kwong and Infinite have been double pushing that. I mean, I'm surprised that it took him this long to go that far. They kept edging up to it. They wanted to go for it, because Elsis, that is his spot. He loves being up there. Usually tries to anchor it down. Has that Molotov in hand, get caught off guard. Well, that's man advantage for Etherian, but some damage has been done. MOTM finds one over towards mid. It's going to be Cooper pushing forward, trying to trade that out. It's going to be up close first. Oh, no! Nice flick there onto Coop. And he swings back. Knows one more is going to be coming up, but Strings is going to find that, leaving only Ryan alive in a 1v5, 1v4, 1v3.
Oh,
Ryan, nice try right there.
They held your breath just a little bit with this. You could, like, no. Not again. No.
So 16-16. The Bears getting some love. Famous to Bears.
Just doing it big, you know, trying to give back to the community.
Yep.
You know, I grew up playing video games. I grew up, you know, trying to have fun with esports. It's, you know, only natural to try to give it back to up-and-comers or even people that's never experienced it before. You know, it's always a good thing.
That's the goal. It's all about community, and that's one of the reasons I've always loved Esports Arena. Smaller events gives people from lower levels
it gives
a chance.
the little people a chance, you know? Because maybe those little people become the next pro player. You just don't know. You just have to have that opportunity.
Oh, Cooper, he's going huge right now. He was entering on there on the A-bomb, so we didn't see if an Infinite chimes right back in. He's one of the players to watch this map. So he was really heating up. We need to see OC get himself back into proper form like he was in the middle of Will.
Yeah, he kind of slowed down a little bit in this second half of the match. As you see, he's trying to find something. He knows someone's at CT spawn. And so just OC creepy crawling. It's a 1-on-2. He just needs to get one kill. And then, you know, you want a 1-on-1 situation. That's the best you can do.
We might be given a free one here, but that player on Tetris thinks it's going to be Zelsis. Silent finally is going to go plant the bomb. Zelsis falls off back towards A ramp a little. And OC just waiting to be given something, and it's not going to come.
Silent's a seasoned pro. He's not going to give him a shot. He shouldn't have. 2-on-1, you literally bait your teammate or be forced to move.
I just noticed
there he goes. Nice play by OC with the shot kill.
And the 1v1, he has the smoke, so this could help him cross safely. No, he's going to throw it over towards... He's going to go for the ninja right now, but Zelsis says, he's this close. He misses the shot. Zelsis comes ahead, and Swole Patrol take the first half in overtime before they swap over to where they were doing a lot better on CT's side to, I believe production said 100,000 viewers from China right now, chiming in to watch this.
This is what Etherian Esports wants to do. They want to bring the Asian scene, the China scene, into the world limelight. There's so many people that play esports, and everyone wonders how can they made their mark in PUBG, League of Legends, a little bit of StarCraft. Like what happened to FPSs? Well, how come a lot of these are kind of non-existent, especially in CSGO? There's a lot of...
Well, the release happened last year, and we're seeing more and more Chinese teams around. Flash at the major.
There you go.
And, well, this is another team, one of the lesser-known ones, coming over here to America to try and make a challenge, and they'll be facing up the winner next.
It wasn't available in China. I forgot about that, because the cases were considered gambling or something. That's probably... I'm not going to get there
let's not touch that one. Cooper, he's going to touch Infinite from afar with that AWP for Kwong chimes back in, finds Freak. OC's burning in the flames, and Cooper's the only one on site. Behind the rotation comes, but Kwong is here, finds Coop. Silent chimes in, back down to a 3v3, and they're slowed down. Molotov smoked off. Kwong is holding up close, the bomb is going to be planted, and Ryan in a good position here.
Indeed, he is.
Smart, clearing out ladder just in case there's an oddball flank.
There's always
I never do, but I'm awful at this game.
You'll learn.
I think I'm too old, man. You can't teach an old caster new tricks. OC, he can teach some tricks right there. Finds a nice spray down onto Zelsis. Silent chimes back in, keeping things blow for blow until Ryan's turn. Now it's MOTM. He's gone huge before, but Silent takes it. And now Swole Patrol put themselves up on the match point in overtime. Etherean going to have a hard time running this one back, and I'm just kind of turning around over my shoulder right now, seeing what the faces might look like of these players.
I heard a fist slam. I heard a fist slam.
Careful. Maybe they're trying for a tech pause.
Oh, no.
Loosen up that monitor cable like you were. don't abuse the hardware,
After they lost that round, I heard a big slam somewhere. It's probably one of the fists on the table. You hate to
that may have just been Freakazoid exhaling of relief. Like,
maybe it could have been him. And now this is on match point right here. Swole Patrol can win the match. If they win this round, Etherian has to win 2, taking a double OT. Can they do it?
Double OT is something we have seen here between these two teams. And here, MOTM is going to find the first one to give them an opportunity. A foot in the door. OC's chiming in. We mentioned him last round. Finally, he might be heating up again. One frag goes his way. Swole Patrol. What do you do in this situation when you're spread 3v5 as a CT spawn?
I guess you trying to find information as you see Freakazoid doing, so he's going to take a risk in the middle. Hey, no one's middle. That means they're either A or B. That just puts an ease of mind on your teammates being down in this number.
And so he's going to go for the flank. Let's see if he catches Kwong off guard. Kwong spots it out. He's going to find that one, but the repeat comes in. Trade comes out. And now Silent, he did slow them down enough to get over towards the B-bomb site. He misses the first shot, lands the second, gives the footing. One more goes Silent's way. 2v2, OC chimes in. Now Big Ryan, look how far away he is.
Oh, he has such a long ways to go.
But the bomb is out of their hands. They don't know where he could be. But this is going to be bad timing for him. He slows it down. Ryan, what are you doing?
I think he may have heard. I think they heard each other.
Yeah, because I saw them getting close on the minimap. I was wondering who was going to hear.
Thinks that
I don't think they were close enough.
Okay, so I think they heard each other in Catwalk, or he heard him in Catwalk and B halls, and so he must think, oh, they heard me, I heard him. They must be running back to A at this point.
20 seconds left.
But that's not what's happening. Yeah. It's totally at like a 5th level thinking, that could be right. It could be good play, but Etherean playing super patient. They're like, why leave an open bomb site if you already have it, right?
And waited a good 30 seconds to pick up the bomb. Finally planted, and you can see a little frustration from Ryan. Knife in the wall right there. He's got a long way to run it back.
You do that head tilt. You're like, man.
So it has a bit of utility. He's just going to run on in here, try and win via aim duels. And here he goes. Spots out one. Spray comes through. He didn't. Almost a 4x3 moment. Oh my God, he taps it, but no, it's going to be OC with the CZ. Swapped off that. 4 kills for him to keep Etherean in this.
Oh man, when he missed a shot in the back, that's definitely a clenching moment. Did you say is this 400,000?
I thought he said 2.
I don't know. I heard 200. Wow, 200 just like that. It just doubled. The viewers in China, it's doubled. They're just watching. They're ready. They're excited.
Well, what they're doing right now is they're watching North America exhaust each other before they have to go face the winner of the Upper Bracket Challenge, which could very well be 5-Power. But here we are in match point for Swole Patrol. One of the two they've had a chance to end this on. Both of these teams could have run away with this at like several points by now. This is just how these two play each other. This is why we say it, I think they say it as well. This is a good rivalry.
Oh yeah, every match that these guys play seems to go the distance, OT. They know how each other play. It's just a matter of who does it better on match time.
Now Cooper falls off. Oh, no. That was infinite to 1G, and then Strings chimes in. Finally gets one going their way, but Cooper's there. Bomb has been dropped in his vision, and that MOTM should have never got that. And Silent's going to punish it. Kwong and OC to try and get into that bomb site, get that bomb back, and Silent is scoped in on it. Kwong seems to know he has no utility. OC has one Molotov, and now it's Ryan about to catch this flank off guard. OC needs to move now. Molotov's out, tries to get Kwong in a good position, and he does work. Kwong finds the kill, finds Silent, but Zelsis drops him. This flank could be devastating. Ryan's still slow walking. That's not Ryan, that's Zelsis. Oh, it's Ryan. Okay, Ryan does get it.
Swole Patrol takes it.
Yep.
What a match. Coming back from behind. You hear the woos in the background.
That was nutty.
They are happy to come out with the win because for a long time in that match, they were not looking like they were going to win. They looked actually really slow, really sloppy.
Both in game and out of game, like just their faces just they looked defeated at some points. But yeah, that's a good game. The fist bumps come out.
You can't be, you can't hit yourself too much over it. I mean, if you're a team Etherian, you gotta watch the replay, what went wrong, because for the majority of the match, they were leading the match, they were winning. And just towards the end, experience comes out through where even your back's against the wall, don't panic. Just keep your composure and knock it out one round at a time.